going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is your host, Lord Escanor. So today we're going to be going over a couple of the decks that we saw at Dallas. So just a few of them that I found kind of interesting. So first off, we have this yellow Frieza build. This is actually pretty interesting to me because this is a pretty old leader that I really did not think that we were going to see top anytime soon or anything like that. So let's go ahead and take a look at everything that they have in the main deck and the side deck. So they're obviously running pretty much a green-yellow package, it looks like, with the Broly from the Magnificent Collection. He's really, really good. He's a rival green-yellow energy exhaust auto. When you play this card or when this card is switched to active mode by a skill during your turn, you choose one. You can either choose a battle card with an energy cost greater than or equal to your opponent's current energy and KO it, or you can draw one and then choose up to one of your opponent's cards and switch it to rest. Fantastic card in my opinion. Then they got a few Paragus stuff, Paragus Deadly Premonition, Infernal Emperor Frieza, then they got a little bit of the Chile. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty much just like a Broly BR, but mainly from the Magnificent Collection, and like they're using the yellow Brolys, the EX Evolve yellow Brolys that came out in the expansion set. Pretty good. I like this Frieza a lot from the Magnificent Collection as well. The one-drop Frieza here, Frieza Spiteful Strike. It says if your leader card is yellow, when you play this card from your hand, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 6 or less. Negate its skills for the duration of the turn. I think that's pretty cool. You know, Flying Nimbus, Cobalt, standard stuff you see. I think this deck is really cool. And then in the side deck, I think this is hilarious. The side deck, they just have the How to Mastery Victory Strike engine just cause it's available and you can play it. Tu Fu, really good. You know, How to Mastery Victory Strike, Path to Greatness, Successor of Hope. It's an engine that you can't really argue with. It's a great engine in my opinion. So yeah, I think this deck is actually pretty good. It's very surprising to see this top. This is a really good original deck. So let's go ahead and get into the next one. Alright, and here's the next deck that I wanted to talk about here. We're not going to go over all of them. I just wanted to highlight a few of them that I thought were pretty interesting. So this one is the Broly Awakened Threat Leader with a green-blue package. Now, what's actually funny is a friend of mine, he was actually trying to test out this deck before Dallas even started, before these lists even came out, and he was getting pretty close to this build. He had the UIs, he had the Son Goku and Gohan Arrival. He doesn't have the Secret Rare, obviously, because that ban is expensive. And he doesn't have the draft box Ultra Instinct Goku in there. But this is a pretty similar build to what he's doing at the moment, as well as the Raiders War Cries. But honestly, this build, I think it's really interesting. I really hope this doesn't continue, though, using any color you want with a leader that really doesn't even go with that color. So I understand why people call for a ban for Yellow Broly. I still don't think he needs to be banned because I don't really think it's his fault that decks are that people are abusing him. I really just think it's like the cards, in my personal opinion. But I can see where people are coming from, because Yellow Broly is just such a versatile leader that you can literally just put in the red-green engine and just play some yellow super combos and some yellow grade 8 Bardoks, and you're good. He also has the one God Strike Beerus in there. It's a really cool, really good tech choice. Secret Rare Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, honestly, I think he's a fantastic card. If you play him on your turn, he gains double strike, critical, and triple attack. Now that plus your Broly ability, I mean, you can literally swing 4 times with that. It's really, really good. Obviously, if your opponent has a Nimbus, it kind of sucks. But, I mean, the way this deck operates, it looks like there's plenty of other ways to get to your win condition. It's not just Super Saiyan 4 Goku. There's a Mira in here. 2 Miras. He has a Champa. That's always a fantastic combo. 3 Zeno Button. Really, really good, in my opinion. If you're going to play blue at all, Zeno Button's necessary. 4 Bean, pretty good as well. Son Goku and Piccolo, Pupil and Master. That's another really good, really good card. It has a new revive mechanic in there as well, Vegeta the Cruel. Yeah, all in all, this deck is pretty interesting to me. Like I said, I kind of hope this doesn't continue, though, where you're kind of just using whatever color you want in a leader that doesn't even match up with it. I kind of don't like that very much. So I really do see where people are coming from for calling for the ban for Yellow Broly, but I still don't think he needs to get banned just yet. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into the next deck. Alright, and this is the next list I wanted to talk about. This is Marcel Russell's list, actually. I actually really like this one a lot, under my honest opinion. This is a pretty good meta call, to me at least, by putting in the 8 drop Super Saiyan 4 Secret Rare, because against Hachiyak, pretty much any aggro deck really against Hachiyak is really gonna suffer, because like I'm looking at his list here, the only card that is above 8 is the Secret Rare. Um, Everything else here, so that's 7 or less. If you attack with it, that's all you can attack with for the rest of the turn. So yeah, Hajiak really shuts that kind of stuff down. But the 8 drop Super Saiyan 4, he has his activate main of just placing 2 cards from your hand to the drop area to switch his card to active mode. That ensures that you're going to be able to continue swinging. That's why Hada Mastery did really good this tournament as well against Hachiyak, because Hada Mastery is above 8 and he already has dual attack, and then you can give him triple attack after that as well. So it was really good meta call in my opinion, on Marcel Russell's part. Let's go ahead and just take a deeper look into this. He does have the promo baby, the promo baby. That baby did shoot up in price, so I really hope anybody out there is looking to build this deck bought the copies of that deck, or bought the copies of that promo before it had a chance to spike up. I believe it was like $20 the day before the results were posted, and now it's 50 or more at the moment. So sorry for anybody that didn't get it afterwards. 3 Blitz Wave, 4 Baby Evil Origins, really standard stuff. And then he's kind of playing more of a GT package, in my opinion. The 1 drop Super Saiyan 3 Goku, he adds any GT Pan or GT Son Goku to your hand. And then that Pan, the Great Ape Whisperer, she shot up in price as well. She's a blocker. And then when you awaken, you can play this card from your hand, and then choose up to one of your yellow battle cards, switch to active mode, then negate the skill for the duration of the game. Really, really good skill. Keeps your stuff in active mode. If you guys saw the stream, he actually used that on his Super Saiyan 4 Goku Heartfelt Plea to swing, restand him, and then evolve the Secret Rare on top of that as well. So, or no, not on top of that. He evolved it onto the little Goku. That's right, yeah. The Victorious 5th Super Saiyan 3 Goku. But, it was just to keep him back in active mode pretty much. So, really, really good, honestly. The Champa Double Strike, standard. Combination Attack Pan, another really standard. Love that card. And then in the sideboard, he doesn't run any negates in the main board, which I think a couple baby players need to take note of. No negates in the main board. He only runs Fine Nimbus in the side. And I don't even think I saw him side them in on stream, in all honesty. I think he didn't even bother putting them in. Black Power, Mass Sand, really good. Food, the Dark Banisher, fantastic card. Really, Food, the Dark Banisher was an MVP this week, honestly. He was in a lot of decks. So yeah, I think this deck is really, really good. He's also using the Starter Baby leader, so another really good leader. I don't really like the other leaders much. This one's definitely probably the better one when it comes to aggro. So yeah, I like this deck a lot. If you guys are interested in it, obviously check it out. Alrighty guys, so the last deck I wanted to talk about here, like I said, there was a lot of decks here to talk about. Obviously, it's a top 16, and there was like one Janemba list that we don't even get to see because it's not posted on the site yet. But the last deck that I wanted to bring up in Spotlight is the Shenron Hada Mastery that we have here. I honestly did not really expect to see this at all. It actually kind of inspired me to build the deck that I'm playing right now, which is a Bulma Hada Mastery. I mean, it's a very similar concept. The only difference is that the Shenron is able to give triple attack. Some might say that's better. I'll leave that up to you guys. But for the deck itself, it is a little bit different from the normal Shenron Hada Mastery list we've seen in the past. He's not playing the same ratios that he normally would play. He's playing way less. He's only playing 2 Grandpa Gohans, 2 Successor of Hopes, 3 Path, 3 Height, and then 4 of the Dependable Dynasty Son Gokus. On all honesty, this is a completely different list that I was just not expecting to see. He has Purungas in the sideboard. He's got some of the squad in the sideboard as well. I believe he runs 1 World Peace in the main, because you can still bring out Path from the drop area from that. Really, really interesting list in my opinion. He's also running the 2 Mutaido. He is doing blue yellow, by the way. But he's also running the 2 Mutaido. That's something I actually wanted to talk about, is that Mutaido is definitely back to being in the meta now, more so over Champa. The reason why Champa was better than Mutaido for a long time, or for a little while there at least, is because of Shenjita Kaioken, Purunga Kaioken, whatever you want to call it, ramp, where uh, what is it? Mutaido wasn't going to be able to hit any of those cards because it specifically states in the card that the card that your opponent's playing has to exceed their current energy count. And in ramp, just because you didn't tap for the card doesn't mean you didn't have the energy for it. That's literally what World Peace said before the errata. So, you know, if I was bringing out the 7-drop Kaioken, I had 7 energy when I was bringing him out with World Peace. So Mutaido couldn't hit him. He couldn't do anything to him. So Champa was the only card that really could do that. And now that that deck is gone and people are starting to bring out cards like the normal way by EX Evolving or Arrival, that kind of stuff, it is very likely that the card you're bringing out, its energy cost is higher than the current energy you have. So Mutaido is definitely the card to go with this format. I mean, Champa is still good, but he's a tap 2. And you do draw 1 off of him, which is great. But I mean, you know, Mutaido does exactly what you want him to do for just 1 energy. So it really does not take much commitment at all. So I definitely would say that if you're looking to put either Champa or Mutaido in your deck, I definitely go with Mutaido right now. He's definitely the card to go with. He's running the Crisis Crushers in the main. He's got the Ghost Warriors in the main. That's the hate against Sensu Bean and stuff like that. He also has Trunks the Cunning and more hate against Sensu Bean. So, you know, if you stack those, anytime your opponent would try to bean, they'd have to warp 10 cards in order to bean properly for the duration of the game, which is really good. He's playing Universe 7 Representative, so you can choose up to 1 represented Universe 7 card from top 7, add them to your hand, so that, you know, that searches your Hide of Mastery, that searches your Victory Strike, that searches like pretty much almost your entire deck at this point. Your 2 main win conditions, it searches those out. So yeah, I just really wanted to highlight this list because it's just something I wasn't expecting to see. On all honesty, I thought Shenron was not going to be played at all this format. If anything, I thought it was going to be Shenron and Gogeta because that is still a pretty viable deck, just not as competitive as it was before, but it's definitely still a viable deck. But Shenron Hide of Mastery was not something I was expecting to see, so really good on this dude for building it. And so yeah, so this will be the last deck that we're looking at this time. Like I said, there was a lot of decks to look at. If you guys want to take a look at them, DBS decks, dbs-decks.com, and you just go to the events tab and go to PPG Dallas if you guys want to take a look. So yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Catch y'all later. Peace.